7th annual Figarelle's Fitness Burpee Challenge coming up on April 17th, 2016. It's gonna be at our gym from 1 to 3 p.m. And we're super excited to have this burpee challenge. We get a lot of participants every year. And what we do is we raise money for the Lost Lake Run, which happens in Seward, Alaska, August 27th, 2016. And all proceeds from that race go toward funding research for cystic fibrosis. So we're super passionate about helping to raise money for the cause and do all that we can to help improve the lives of those who live with CF. So what we do with our burpee challenge is we have everybody come in, and people are encouraged to raise money in various ways. So for example, you can ask friends and family to sponsor you $1 to $2 per burpee. And what you do is you come in and you do burpees for 15 minutes. And we have everybody doing burpees at the same time, which is pretty cool. You're assigned a rep counter who stands opposite of you. So while you're doing burpees, you have a friend or family member or even a stranger cheering you on and counting your burpees for you. So you don't have to keep track of them while you're just trying to get through it and get as many as you can in 15 minutes. So this person is a cheerleader. They're letting you know where you're at on time and reps and all this good stuff. So they're offering a lot of support to you. And so in that time, what you're doing is as many reps as you can do, perfect form reps. I'm gonna go over the form for the burpee here in a minute and demonstrate how to break it down. And we do have standards for our burpees at the challenge. It's not get as many as you can with sloppy or dangerous form. We want you to have really high standards for your form, and we want to make sure that you're putting it all together correctly. So I'm going to go over that here in a minute. But anyway, otherwise, if you don't have somebody who's supporting you, sponsoring you financially, $1 to $2 per burpee, then it's $25 to register by April 10th, 2016. That's the cutoff for our registration. We're super excited. We have a big goal this year of raising $20,000 between the Figarelle's Fitness Lost Lake team and Sabrina Walker's Lost Lake team. So the two of us our two teams are gonna combine together all of the donations that we raised during the burpee challenge. And we're just super excited to support cystic fibrosis. We're very excited to support the Lost Lake Run. It's a gorgeous 16-mile race. Both Sabrina and the Figarelle's Fitness team have 24 members per team. So we have a lot of support this year, and we're just super stoked that people want to come out and do this run that raises money. It raises awareness for such an important cause. And if you're unfamiliar with cystic fibrosis, it's a genetic lung disorder that affects roughly 30,000 people in the United States and 70,000 people worldwide. So it's something where whenever I'm running or doing the burpee challenge or thinking about something that's physically and mentally demanding, I always think of people with CF who really, in some cases, only have 60% lung capacity or 70% lung capacity, which is fairly low. And the life expectancy, the average life expectancy for somebody with CF is late 30s. And of course, there are people who far surpass that upwards into their 50s and beyond. But it's something that we really are passionate about in supporting Sabrina Walker and helping to find a cure as soon as we possibly can. And we love raising awareness for this. And we love getting people excited to come in and work out for 15 minutes and do one of the most despised exercises ever. And not to punish you, but really just to teach you something about this amazing cause. But burpees aren't really that bad. So I'm gonna show you here in a minute how to break it down. And if ever you want to try this 15-minute workout on your own, it's just to get as many burpees as you possibly can. Last year I participated and I did 130 reps in 15 minutes, which I was very happy about. It was my first year doing it. Usually I'm running the event, so I can't really ever get myself down into the trenches. But last year I made it a point to get down and do my 15 minutes. So this year I'm also going to do the same thing. So if you're interested in sponsoring me, I'll take anything I can get. I'm also willing to wear anything to raise more awareness for this. But anyway, so we're super excited. If you're interested in joining us for this event, it's April 17th, 2016. and I'll link all the details below this video. So I'm gonna get to this real quick. If you have any questions, please email us. Please give us a call and ask a question or two in the comment section below, and we'll get back to you and help you get registered and all set up for this. So here we go. All right, so we have a standard with our burpees, and we do a full push-up with the arms up overhead at the end where you jump. And so what I want to show you is our definition of correct form in the burpee. This is how we do it at Figarelle's Fitness. And during the burpee challenge, this is how we are asking you to do it in order to remain competitive, make sure everybody's on the same page, and we're all held at the same standard. There are going to be times where people, in some cases, are not going to be able to do this exact burpee due to physical limitations, and that's okay. We're gonna work with you whatever level you're on, and I'm going to show you a modification that you can do with the burpee that'll break it down a little bit slower and make it a little bit more manageable. Here we go. When you come down for the burpee, you're going to come down into a full crouch position. So you can have your feet can be whatever distance that you feel most comfortable. Roughly shoulder width is usually what people do. You're going to come down to this crouched position, onto your hands into a regular push-up position. So make sure they're evenly distanced apart. You're going to kick both feet back. And so now you're in your push-up position. Come down into a full push-up. Bring your feet back. Jump up with your arms up overhead. So unless you have a physical limitation of some kind, you always want to keep your feet together throughout this entire movement, so they never come apart. Now, if for whatever reason you have some kind of situation that prevents you from jumping and prevents you from kicking your feet back and forward, my recommendation is to modify the burpee like this. So you're still going to come down into your crouch, stabilize yourself, extend both legs. You can actually separate them out too. If you can do a push-up or at least a partial rep push-up, not on your knees, but do what you can. If you're physically unable to do a push-up, just hold, step back, go here. If you can jump, that's totally fine. Add in that jump at the end. But if for whatever reason you're unable to jump or you're unable to brace your core by kicking your feet back and forward, we certainly don't want you to sit this out. We want you to be able to modify however you can. So that's an option that you can take right there. A couple things we don't want you to do during the burpee challenge is we don't want you to, as long as you're physically capable of this, of keeping your feet together, we want you to always keep your feet together. But what we don't want to see is, just for the sake of, you know, getting through these as fast as possible, we don't want you to do this kind of thing where you're taking the chest, triceps, shoulders, core out of this movement. Part of this too is it's physically challenging, and when you do chest to deck or just flop to the floor, you take out all of this. And yes, you exhaust it, you fatigue the area, it slows you down, but this is the standard that we have at Figarelle's. So we want to hold everybody to that same standard, make sure we're all on the same page. So that's how we're going to ask you to do it. Please don't do chest to deck push-ups. When you go to jump, like I said, get those arms up overhead, nice and proud, right? Open up your chest, look straight ahead, get right back down into that movement. So I'm going to go over a couple of these burpees a little bit faster, just to give you an idea of what it looks like as you're going through it. You know, come out, do whatever you can do. Try not to be competitive with anyone but yourself. And if you're willing to get a couple people to sponsor you, this is a super fun event and opportunity to raise money for such an important cause that really depends on donations from the general population. And it's such a cool way to make a difference in the lives of other people. And you know, as you're breathing or trying to breathe and you're suffering and you're uncomfortable, whether it's during the burpee challenge or while running Lost Lake, which, if I haven't mentioned already, is a 16-mile mountain race. Both very, very grueling and physically demanding. But you know, as you're thinking about how uncomfortable you are and how painful this process is, consider the people, the 30,000 people in the United States, 70,000 people worldwide who live with CF every single day and who deal with, you know, medicine and treatments, and they're just trying to clear their airway and they're just trying to breathe. So this is kind of our way of showing our support, our compassion, and our love for other people, for people, those with CF. And we hope that you'll join us. If you're able to support our CrowdRise page or donate in any way, we are just super grateful for your generosity, and your donations are welcome. If you just like to come and be a rep counter or just come and meet the Figarelle's crew and just say hello, we'd love to have you join us on April 17th. So I'm gonna go through a couple reps here of a fast-paced burpee and what it's gonna look like. So here we go.